Access. It's Thursday, so that means Real Talk with Robin. Robin Gwaltney is from the Gwaltney Group, a local trustworthy real estate team. This segment is all about topics, issues, information local homeowners, buyers, sellers need to know. And today we're talking about real estate used solely as an investment. This is a really interesting topic. I can't wait to dive in more. So are there more ways to invest in real estate other than owning rental properties?
Well, sure. Well, first of all, most people, when they say I want to invest in real estate, or I want to buy an investment property, they are referring to a single family home that they will use to rent out. Okay? So that's one way, and that's probably the most common way. But some people take it a step further and they buy duplexes or fourplexes or even apartment buildings.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
But if you don't want to or don't have the means to buy the whole property, you can buy shares of a property. Like you can do crowdfunding is one way. And a lot of times those are like an online platform where a group of people have one specific property in mind and they'll put their funds together and buy that property.
Okay.
And then there's also real estate investment trusts. They're called REITs,
Okay.
REITs. And so that's where it's again the same, where you're buying portions of an investment. So there's a lot of ways that you can invest in real estate, whether you're the sole owner or you're, one of the shareholders.
Right.
And whether you're buying single family rental home or an apartment building or even office buildings, factory buildings, storage units. I mean, there's lots of different ways that you can invest in real estate.
Yes, there's. And Airbnbs, this is something I've kind of been interested in doing too. Have you seen Airbnbs become more popular?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of them. That's been around a while.
Right.
And there are, depending on where you are, there's more strict rules some places. So, and then again, there's a lot of, the turning them over, right? So you got to get in there and clean them and get them ready for the next person. So it's a lot more
It is
work.
Yeah.
You can make more money,
Yes.
because you charge more per day than you would if you were renting monthly, but it's a lot more work too.
It's a lot more work. So what are some specific things we need to know about investing in maybe this market?
Well, any market,
Right.
I mean, before you're going to invest in real estate in a market, you want to make sure that it's a good economy. You want to make sure that there's a good job market. You want to make sure that the market has the amenities that renters are looking for. Good schools, walkability, safe neighborhoods, all those things. So you're definitely going to want to do your research. Hopefully you're going to work with a real estate professional that's going to help guide you, right? You don't just say, I'm going to buy in this town, because they have cheap houses. Well, they might have cheap houses for a reason, right?
Okay.
So, I mean, you want to know if it's going to be a good return on your investment. We have a lot of people right now that are investing in the Rochester market based on the growth that's happening here, and how our population is going to expand so much, and there's going to be so many more jobs. So we're getting like educated, experienced investors from all over the country calling to say, hey, I did my research, I found you online, I want to start investing in properties in Rochester. And of course, I'm not surprised why.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. So is it easier to buy a house the more traditional way or to go the investment route?
Well, if you're buying it to live in, there are more favorable loan products with less money down, like maybe 3% down or 5% down or 10% down. If you're buying an investment property and you're doing a loan, a mortgage, you're going to most likely need 20% down, in some cases 25% down, all right?
Okay.
So you are going to have more capital up front.
Right.
And also, if you're just going to buy a house to live in, it doesn't matter how high the ceilings are or how steep the steps are or if there's a handrail. But if you're buying a house to use as a rental property, then you have to make sure that the house conforms to the local, regulations for a rental property. So there's going to be more to it for sure, more layers.
More to it. Okay. Is there anything else that we need to know about investing in real estate solely as an investment?
Well, I mean, it's a safe investment. A lot of people like to invest in real estate because there's a steady stream of income with the rental payments, coming all the time. And then you also have to take into consideration, okay, this is how much I'm going to get for rent, but I have to also have money for the maintenance and the upkeep, and I have to take into consideration that maybe there will be some vacancies, and there won't always be a renter. So you just have to know exactly what it entails, and again, it's something that I or any experienced real estate person can help guide you with, so that you know if it's a good time. But I would say it's a very safe and sound investment, and a lot of people like investing in real estate because not only do you have that steady stream of income, but the property continues to gain value over time.
And have you noticed that these investors have a hard time dealing with the renters? Because doing my own research, I've been interested in renting for like an Airbnb or something like that. And a lot of say the Reddit streams are being like, the renter's the worst part of the process. Would you agree?
Yeah, I would say I've been a landlord.
Yes.
I don't want to be a landlord anymore.
It's hard.
So now anytime we own properties, because we use property management companies, right?
Okay.
We don't try to do that on our own.
Okay. Well, we need to contact you to get all this information, right?
Absolutely.
Yes.
I'm happy to help anytime. Feel free to call me on my cell phone, 507-259-4926. Reach out to me through my website, text me, email me. I will always answer, I promise. If I can't take your call at that moment, I will call you back.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Robin. I'm so excited to learn more about the real estate world next Thursday.
Absolutely.
All right. We'll be back with more Midwest Access right after this.